Okay, today we have an integral, so let's work through it together. So when I'm just looking at this, I'm thinking that this looks pretty messy. So I'm thinking I want to use substitution somewhere. And because this is kind of enveloping another function inside, I kind of want to get rid of that. So I'm just going to think that I will substitute the inside of this. So use substitution, we'll do this. Du over dx. And then to make this process easier, I just decided that we could make this into this format, right? So that way this goes to 1, and then the derivative of that is just 0. So we're just left with this side of it, and then we have this. Okay, and perfect, because we have a -5, and so that means that that is exactly this. So that's actually something you can start to think about, because we can try to remember that whenever we have something like this, it'll be nice if we can derive something like this, because it becomes this. So that's pretty good to notice. So now we have this, and we will plug it back into our function. So let's do that substitution step. We have 1 over x to the 5. This is -4 over x to the 5 is equal to du over dx. So I'm thinking we can do, let's first of all move the negative to this side. I'm going to keep the du on this side. Then we're going to move the dx to this side. So we will end up with 4 over x 5 dx. And let's move the 4 over to the left side. Nice. And because we exactly have this, so we can just substitute this into this. So that's multiplied by negative du over 4. So we can actually just pull out the -1 over 4 out already, and we're just left with du. And this is great because we know how to integrate this. So let's do that. We can find the antiderivative of this by imagining this is u to the 1/2. So that means that the antiderivative should be this, right? And then we are good. Don't forget our bounds. So I usually like to do it in square brackets. Okay, good. Oh, and then don't forget to resubstitute in for u. That is often a common mistake. So we set u to be this. So let's substitute that back in. Plus 1 over x to the 4 to the power of 3 over 2. And our bounds. So this is what we will be, remember when we're doing bounds, is we're going to first substitute the top bound into all of this whole thing, and then we're going to minus this whole thing with 1 substituted in, the lower bound. So let's do this process. 2 over 3, we're substituting 2 in, so 2 to the 4 plus 1 over 2 to the 4. 2, and then we are minus 2 over 3, do it one more time, plus 1 over 1, and bracket. Oops, and then don't forget the 3 over 2 up there, so let's distribute. This multiplication ends up being 1 over 6, -1 over 6. To the 4 is 16, so plus 1, 17, 16, 3 over 2 minus, it actually becomes positive, so we're going to do that multiplication, which we end up with 1 over 6 again, and then we have multiplied by 2 to the 3 over 2. Okay, and let's plug that into the calculator. Okay, we're ending up with 0.289. There's your answer, and that's your method. See you next time.